Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back today with another 7 trades. As you can see, today's date is June the 2nd and I am at the Holiday Inn in Montreal. Beautiful weather, everything is open here, restaurants, we're enjoying fine dining. Actually, wife and I are eating at the outside patios at these restaurants with beautiful weather. And today in the morning, I've done Forex pairs and I threw in 2 future pairs just so that you can see that my power trigger will work on anything that your platform offers you. Love trading with my new power trigger as it makes my trading um, easy to do. I like the concept, the idea that it has a pop-up box here telling you whether it's going down or it's going up. It tells you the pair, the time, and it makes suggestions whether you should be buying and or selling. Now it doesn't mean you take every trade, but at least it draws you to draws your attention to the pair, and then you have to do a lot of work to analyze the charts. You have to drill down the lights. I do from the daily time frame. I want to be going in the direction of the higher time frames, and then on the lower time frames you just wait for a pullback and get into the trade going with the overall trend. Now, before I get into the trades, I would like to inform you that all trading systems will work less than 50% of the time. That includes all my trigger systems. It took me 8 years and over 700 trading systems to learn that. To get that up to 80 or 90% success rate, you'll have to learn how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. You will also have to learn trade management and money management. To be successful in trading, all you need is a lot of chart time, a lot of demo trades, and a lot of education. I provide the education. You must buy this education and then do the homework, or you will fail at trading. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This will encourage me to do more of these videos. If you leave your name and email address, I'll put you on my email list for free weekly trading tips. And another thing I'd like to point out is every day I do more than one trade. As you can see, it's usually between 5 and 10 trades, as I just never know which one will give me more pips. And some of them is just scalping, as you can see in the top 3 here. So you should really try to get into the habit of doing at least minimum 3 trades or more, and then you have to have trade management in order. Okay, let's take a look at these trades starting at the top. First pair was Euro New Zealand. Let's see where I got in. Got in at this point here. Did not quite qualify for a great way to trade, but it did line up okay to go ahead and take the trade. There was my stop up there. And I was not looking at it at the time. I should have closed out over here, but it gave me another opportunity here and here to close the trade. Stop at this point was only about 17 pips, never did hit it, and I finally closed it out with 7 pips, and 7 pips on the Euro New Zealand paid $507. Moving on to the next pair, Euro Aussie. Drag and drop it up, same situation here. After I drilled down the lights, I knew the trend was going down. Meter was suggesting down. So I took the trade. And now it doesn't mean you're going to get 100 pips, but you just never know when you're going to get a lot more pips. There was my stop within 20 pips, and I closed out the trade here. Looks like with 8 pips, and 8 pips on the Euro Aussie paid $619. Remember my daily goal when I am trading, I try to get 100 or more pips. So moving on to the next pair, did the Aussie dollar, as the dollar was very weak. It is a bus driver, it still is, and the Aussie's right at the top. And it was the meter that actually drew my attention to this one, as I don't normally trade it all that much. But I knew I could get some pips. This Aussie dollar, just to let you know, doesn't do a lot of pips. Top left corner, average daily range is only 46 pips, and today only did 49. So let's see where I got in at. Aussie dollar. Now the system was giving buy signals, and this line here, moving average, is blue. Blue we're buying. Can drop it down to the 5 minutes. And on the 5 minutes, you can see, got in at this cursor. It just went immediately in my favor. Did have a stop here, less than 20 pips, and it's still going up, but I closed out the trade once I saw that I had my 100 pips. And here I ended up with 9 pips, and 9 pips on the Aussie dollar paid $900. And as you can see, it's still continuing to move with the overall trend. And by the way, if you like to grab extra pips, I actually teach how you can stay in the trade for more pips. Euro dollar, another one here, which was based on the dollar weakness. That is why I bought the euro dollar, drag and drop it up. Everything was looking perfect. Good for a buy, going with the overall trend. Got in at this cursor. There's my stop within 20 pips. And I closed it out at this point, looks like with 10 pips. And 10 pips on the euro dollar paid $1,000. And as you can see, it's still working its way up, giving more pips. Let's move on to one of the future pairs, silver. Let's see how that looked. Did drop it down to the 5 minutes after I drilled down the lights from the daily. It was saying to buy, so that's exactly what I did. I bought it. Let's see where I got in at. Got in here. Now it didn't do a lot one way or the other, but I got some ticks. I ended up with approximately, not a lot, it was only 3 ticks, and 3 ticks on the silver paid $1,500. Now that 3, it could be points, to be honest with you. Sometimes I get the points and the ticks a little bit mixed up. I'm a lot more familiar with Forex, but I don't mind trading futures because there is money to be made, as you can see. So I was very happy with that. Let's try the next pair, pound dollar. Remember, based on dollar weakness, it still is a bus driver. Let's drag and drop this up to see where I got in at. Did clear the goal line. Everything was saying to buy. So whether it's here, here, or here, not a big deal. Got in. I readjusted my stop after I was making to only 4 pips I could lose, and I closed it out here. It looks like with 20 pips, and 20 pips on the pound dollar paid $2,000. Just double checking on that silver, and it does look like the 3 is actually 3 points, and each point has 10 ticks, so that would be 30 ticks, which is very good. That's why it's pumping out $1,500 here. Moving right along to the next one. Now, this particular one here, each point is worth is only 4.5 ticks. Let's drag and drop this up, see where at least I got in at. Got in here, did do one more cycle, and then it finally took off to go with the overall higher time trend. Ended up getting, looks like that's 6 points to let you know, or 60, well, 6 points. I have to use the calculator. So 6 points is roughly equal to 27 ticks. And those 27 ticks on the S&P 500 paid out $3,000. So turned out to be another great day of trading while I'm on a 5-day vacation trip. Today's ticks and pips turned out to be 111, and that 111 ticks and pips turned out to be $9,526. And taking a look at this S&P trade, when I actually pulled the trigger, it did qualify under the rules of a great way to trade. This is what I look for every day, but it doesn't mean you get it every day. But if you're doing 5 to 10 trades, more than likely at least 50% will fall under this category. That's why one of the main reasons why I teach many different ways to trade, which will allow you to take many more trades each and every day. Keep in mind, and I should have mentioned this at the very beginning, the power trigger, the main indicator, although they're all very important, but the added indicator is the green line here. I originally started out with the RSI, but the RSI just ran a lot more tighter. So, I decided to go with the Williams percent range. And the Williams percent range here, I really do like it, as it is a custom indicator. You can adjust the period. You can turn alerts on at the bull level or at the bear level. And one alert is more than enough as far as I'm concerned. But if you love alerts, several of these indicators here, you can turn the alerts on, but after a while, it'll drive you nuts. At least it does for me, with all of these pop-up alerts and audio sounds. So if your system is not producing daily, like my power trigger, I suggest you get your hands on it, and to do so, all you got to do is look right below this video and you'll see this right up. It's the power trigger system. I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. If you don't learn this, you will never ever succeed. Now, my trigger system comes with 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Comes with 5 MT4 templates, 10 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Now, it also comes with a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and I threw in 9 bonus videos. This is what you're going to need, plus probably a lot more. I call it training, education. Everything that you learn will make you a better trader. Now, there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways to trade. That's why there's 42 training videos. The only one I'm going to touch on is a great way to trade. I look for this setup every day, and on the right-hand side is a perfect example of a great way to trade. Now, you can put this video on pause, read all the different ways to trade. If you have any questions at all, quite simple, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, just send me an email. Remember, there's an underscore here. Now, I really do prefer Skype. Made it simple for you. Just got to click on this link. We'll have a Skype connection and through Skype screen sharing. I'll give you a free session and answer your questions. I do all of this with no obligation. Usually I'm only working, 1 to 3 hours a day, so I have the rest of the day to do as I please. And as I'm waiting for my wife to come back, she's gone at about 8 hours for the day, sometimes 9, and so I have many hours to talk to traders. Now, if you click on this link right here, you'll see 32 screenshots of all the different trigger systems I've been building over the years. So that just about wraps up this video, and I'll repeat it one more time again. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trade and trading day, I want to wish you good luck with your trading. And remember to keep yourself and your family safe, okay?